And now, Pujya Atman Sri Swami Jyotirmayananda commences tonight's satsang with a Sanskrit peace chant.
Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. We begin with Mystic Song by Sri Swami Lalitananda, played and sung by Sri Swami Umananda and Rajneesh.
Our song tonight is called My Great Guru. High on the mountain top stands my great Guru, beneath his lotus feet in the sandalwood tree. We are recording from the ashram of our revered Guru Atman Sri Swami Jyotirmayananda in Miami, Florida. Today is July the 12th, 2020, Sunday evening, and tonight Swamiji will be lecturing on the Srimad Bhagavad Gita. This is series 2018, class number 84. And now Atman Sri Swami Jyotirmayananda.
Om Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kansachanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Bande Jagadgurum. Om. Adorations to Lord Krishna, the preceptor of the universe, destroyer of the forces of darkness, and bestower of immortality. Srimad Bhagavad Gita, Chapter 8, Akshar Brahma Yoga, the yoga of imperishable Brahman. This chapter focuses on the art of neutralizing mortality virus. Mrityu virus. Because Arjuna had asked, how can a person remember God even at the time of death? And whatever last thought is, accordingly, one attains, goes where the last thought leads to. And if you die with the last thought focused on God, you have conquered the mortality virus. Of all viruses, ultimately was realized. Fear of death, death virus, he is the most, he is the ruler of all viruses. So we continue with the verse. 11th verse. Yadaksharam veda vido vadanti vishanti yadyat tayo vitaraga yadichanto brahmacharyam charanti tatte padam sangrahena prapadye, rather pravakshye. I shall tell you briefly about the supreme goal, which is called Aksharati imperishable, by the knowers of the Vedas, into which the striving yogis, free from passion, enter, aspiring for which they practice brahmacharya. All these writings are very condensed writings. So let's go step by step. Yadaksharam veda vido vadanti. Veda vido. Another word is kovida. कवि कोविद कही सके कहाँ थे? In Hanuman Chalisa that word comes, Kovid. Literally implying one who has full understanding of Brahman based on the Vedas. And that's the answer to your virus, COVID virus. But that's the humor. But now let's go into the story. Rather not the story, but the Gita teachings. I shall tell you briefly about the supreme goal, which is called Akshara by the knowers of the Vedas. The word Akshara, it has two meanings. One syllabled letter called Akshara. Om, Vedas have presented as symbol of Brahman, that Om is the Akshara. So Brahman is defined two ways. Akshara as Om. Akshara literally meaning that which does not perish. Kshara is perishing. Akshara, imperishable. Into which the striving yogis, free from passion, enter. The actual terminology here is yatayo vitaraga vishanti yatayo vitaraga. Yati term has been used for those who are well prepared for attaining liberation. Term yati is used for sannyasis who have adopted sannyasa path of sannyasa. Free from passion, vitaraga. You have to be yati. And what's the definition of yati? Being vitarag. No raga dvesha. No mind subject to worldly passion. And aspiring for which they practice brahmacharya. Ordinary meaning of brahmacharya people adopt as living a celibate life. But that's a means to an end, that's not the brahmacharya. Brahmacharya is a whole personality integration which presents before you only one goal, Brahman. So anything that you work for, your entire conduct, when you put your all ducks together, they are in a row. Your action, your emotion, your will, and your reason, these are the big ducks. When you put them all together in the right order, then you are yati. Then you have become vitaraga. Because when you have that integration, your goal will not be to come into the trap of the cycle of birth and death. because it is very kiddish aspiration to come back again and again because you are not satisfied being rich. The next birth, you will get it. It's a kid mentality. You have not learned all your lessons. So you want to repeat the same thing again and again. And that goes on, led by ignorance. So, one who is well qualified, and what's the nature of qualification? Yataya. One who has become free from worldly passion. But worldly passion implies, now is there karupa lakshana, mind that is not dominated by kama, lust, krodha, anger, lobha, greed, moha, infatuation, mada, vain pride, matsarya, jealousy. Kam, krodh, lobh, moha, mada, matsarya. There are 6. They are also described as 6 ripus. There is Shad ripus, they are your enemies. They go to form your lower self. So, if you have come to that state of not falling into the trap of these Shadaripus, these impurities, and your mind has come to recognize the highest truth is Brahman, the Absolute. Let me give you another quotation from Mundakopanishad. Brihatcha taddipya vachintya rupam. Brihatcha, Brahman is big. That's how it starts. Absolutely big. Tat divyam, and it is with absolute illumination. Achintya goes beyond all your mental concepts, thoughts, and verbosities. You cannot mentally bring complete picture of Brahman. But whatever you bring to your mind is meant to lead you beyond your mind. That you have to always understand. So call Brahman, Brahman, Om, Om, Satchidananda. All these are using your mental concepts. But these are very powerful concepts. They are like fingers pointing. But whenever people point finger to a star, especially polar star, you don't look at the finger and the nail and say, oh, in this COVID world, you are having some ugly nail. I'm joking. I'm trying to see. The same pointing can be interpreted in such a low manner. Or you leave the finger completely, but what is being pointed out is not within the range of your fingers, though your finger played the part. Your mental state reaches the highest state when mentally you have come to a deep understanding. Brahman alone is real. But understanding is, it resonates with your mind in the terms of words. Brahma Satyam, Aham Brahmasmi, Aham Brahma. So words. I'm not discouraging you from that. Try to understand. But that is called finger. What it is pointing to is beyond your mind. But very easy illustration. You are sleepy, you want to sleep. Now if you go on saying, I'm sleeping, you are not sleeping. I'm sleepy is the finger. When you actually sleep, you are not saying anything. You don't even know you are sleeping. Your ego becomes transcended. So, if you can understand your sleep and day by day you experience it, allow the same insight in a broad way for understanding the state of liberation, moksha. But only thing is, you don't, sleep is a negative illustration. Here is awakening, you are so awake. If the sun shines in a jar with a reflected sun, then no matter how much the reflected sun is awake, all that it sees is the contents of the jar and the shaking of the water. The real awakening, I am the sun. So that's called, these are simple points of gift. Achintya Rupam. That Brahman doesn't come within the range of your mental concepts. Tat Sukshma Rupam Vibhati. It is subtler than the subtlest. Durat Suduret, and distant from the distant. If you say million miles away, more. Million light years away, no, more. How distant? You can't measure the distance. But don't become upset. If it is so distant, how can I realize? He is nearer than the nearest. It's closer than what you think of your heart. So, one who has gained that experience in the cave of his own heart, that such a person is called Brahmajnani. And we started with saying at the time of death, if one were to remember. This again is allegorical statement. If you leave a project to be accomplished at the time of death, you will never succeed. So, if you have attained full understanding and revelation of Brahman during your lifetime, then you have accomplished that quality, that qualification of remembering God even at the time of death. And that's only a detail about this. The idea is that if that revelation of Brahman becomes possible for you in your lifetime, until your last breath, just before your last breath, not after last breath. Because spiritual movement is not stopped by your body. You can age, but if you have allowed your mind to be disciplined in a spiritual way, see, you may age, but still you love your babies. You can be a grandmother with all your teeth gone, but your eyes are bright to look at your granddaughter or grandson. The movement of love is not restricted by your body, by your nervous system. So, even until the last breath, your self-effort is open for you. And that, so I have explained brahmacharya, that whole conduct, and the conduct has to be integral. Practicing integral yoga, and if that style, integral movement, has brought about an internal conviction that the goal is liberation, and your will at once, without your knowing, creates a link to that goal. Your deeper will is, may I attain liberation. If you are really hungry, you don't have to go on saying, I'm hungry, I'm hungry. So that type of state develops within a person. Of course, expressing it to give illustration to others, the will to attain liberation becomes firm. When that has become firm and you are conducting accordingly, then it is brahmacharya movement. In 12th verse, Sarvadvarani sanjamya mano hridi nirudhya cha murdhnadhyayatmanah pranam athito yoga dharanam. Having restrained all the senses, drawing the mind into the heart, and keeping the pranas centered between the eyebrows, steady in the practice of yogic meditation. Now this is being pointed out. What are the highlights of integral yoga? Sarvadvarani sanjamya. First to understand the nature of worldly mind. The mind goes after worldly objects through 9 channels within your body. 9 holes. Navadvara, 9 gates. Allegorically, the body is described as 9-gated city. Navadvara Puri. You want me to enumerate them? Yeah. 2 eyes, 2 ears, 2 nose, 1 mouth, or urinary and excretory gateways. Altogether 9. And mind that is caught up with only this body and its nervous system that mind is worldly mind, and you cannot attain liberation with holding that type of mind. So mind and senses have to be controlled. Drawing the mind into the heart. First we said, restrain all the senses. Second point they are saying, the Gita is saying, drawing the mind into the heart. How can you draw your mind to your heart? By experiences of love. In other words, if your mind has been enriched by satsanga, that it is God who is loved in your loving relations, or anything you love, the source of that love and the object of that love is God Himself. If mind has become the bee, the bumblebee, then it will go into the lotus of the heart to drink the honey of divine presence. So that's what's meant by mano hridi nirudhyacha. And keeping the pranas centered between the eyebrows. Murthna dhyayatmana pranam. The profounder meaning is allowing the kundalini to pass through all your chakras. And Murthana term refers to the crown of the head. From Mooladhara, from the base to the crown of the head. And for simple practice, the resonating chant of Om. I'll give you just a sample. Breathe in deeply. Om. Om. As you do several times, see the entire channel is being swept up by the flow of prana. The Sushumna channel opens up, and Kundalini Shakti rises through those channels to Sahasrara Chakra, the crown of the head. And details you will find in Kundalini Yoga. So if you are focused on these points, restraining the senses, not going after sense enjoyments, but going after your duties, swadharma, karma yoga, drawing the mind into your heart, bhakti. The drawing process of the mind, will, Raja Yoga. And Kundalini Yoga, an extension of the Raja Yoga. All these enable you to have access to jnana. Jnana Yoga becomes automatically simple, sahaj. Fourteenth verse. Or rather 13th verse. Om ityekaksharam brahma vyaharan mamanusmaran yah prayati tyajan breham sayati paramam gatim. Uttering one syllable Om, that denotes Brahman, thinking of me, the yogi who departs from the body, attains the supreme goal. Now, first following the literal way, if anyone were to die and the last vocal expression, the last word or sound is Om. Of course, all over India, Om has been modified to Ram. If you are dying with the last Ram Nam in your lips, in your tongue, and people take it literally. And it's perfectly commendable if anybody utters a divine name, not limited to just Om, Ishta Mantra. One should not develop confusion about mantra. Every mantra is the same Brahman worshipped as Om Shri Ramaya Namah, Om Shri Krishnaya Namah, Om Shri Ganeshaya Namah, Om Aim Saraswatyai Namah. The same Ishta Devata, same Brahman, that he is the Ishta Devata. And he is People choose different angles. Just like you can be one person and you can have many poses, many pictures of different types. So Brahman cannot be pictured in just in one way. One saint pictured in his mind in one way. Another saint did it in a little different way. But no matter which picture you choose, and that involves all religions, God as Jesus, God as Buddha, because Buddha is part of Hindu religion. So that's one point to understand. Another point to understand that in practical life, different deities are specialized to give you different blessings. Ganesha is specialized to make your project successful. Saraswati is specialized to give you inspiration. Lakshmi is specialized to give you wealth. So when you are going for business success, you turn to Lakshmi. Hanuman is specialized to remove obstacles. So, what will you do with now? How can you develop one-pointed devotion to your deity? I'm giving you a little. If you are advanced, that's what Gita is telling you, develop Ananya Bhakti. Ananya means no matter which pose you choose, you are seeing the same God, same Rama, as Ganesha blesses you. Same Om. I'm using Rama term for Brahman. Same Rama. If you succeed in your examination and by Saraswati Devi, Rama is the one who, in the form of Saraswati, granted you. So this point has to be well understood. So, going after so many gods and goddesses, you are simply intensifying love for your central deity. When you have understood that, you are a mature religious person. And you have Ananya Bhakti. You cannot shift from loving God. So, another point, uttering one syllable Om. Now, if you were to become deeply involved in Om Upasana, this Upasana is a blend of Upasana and Vichar. Upasana is artistic work, devout meditation. You use your own imagination, your fancy. You are meditating on Krishna. How do you want to meditate upon him? Want him to stay standing? You want to make him sit down? You want to make him a baby? You can do all of it. That's called upasana. But how to understand Krishna who he is? That becomes pure Vedanta, pure mathematics. You can't change in that. Om is used for both upasana and gaining pure insight into the absolute truths. Jnana, upasana, marg and jnana. And this point we have done many times, how your each time meditation or whenever you have time of your sadhana, not only you chant Om, but try to figure out how to view yourself, your as body. A aspect is viewed by you in two stages, as body, physical body. Physical reality is represented by A sound. But your physical body is, if you say physical body, I am, now the A Upasana is telling you that now be little wiser. If you are physical body, understand your physical body cannot be separated from the universal matter. Then why can't you grow up? Why can't you allow your mind that I am the entire world of matter? Identified with physical body, term is used as Vishwa. Advanced understanding, Virat. So you are individual body, yes, but as such, you are the cosmic totality of all bodies. All eyes are your eyes. All nails are your nails. All bones are your bones. Simply said, and there is nothing wrong in it. Allowing your mind not to be trapped by I am this body from toes to the head, and a lot of problems with the toes, not only problems with the nose. But I have the cosmic body. There's a lot of thrill. So you are introducing all this to your mind. It doesn't mean that you suddenly become enlightened, but you are introducing it. And you come to next step. You, the physical body, the idea I am the body, is an act of your mind. The body doesn't exist separated from your mind. All physicality is experienced by your mind. Once your body is chloroformed, you don't know where it is. The mind has been trapped. So, the experience of body is a projection of your mind. And therefore, you come to you aspect. You are mind. And as individual mind, it's called Tejas. You are effulgent. It's the mind that makes your body so vibrant, bright. Your mind itself is not there. Look at the dead body. It can't be inspired. Identified with the mind, you are called Tejas. But with the same logic, if you are individual mind, that mind cannot be separated from the cosmic mind. A wave cannot be separated from the ocean. It may look separate, but it is never separate, distinct from the ocean. So your mind, is never separated from all the resources of the cosmic mind. And that cosmic mind is called Hiranyagarbha. Hiranya is gold. That cosmic mind reveals what gold is. All the time you are stuck with clay, mud. All worldly objects of worldly happiness. And the experience of multiplicity of things, that type of vision that doesn't allow you to see the reality, but see only the names and forms, then you are not going after gold, you are going after some rusty metal. So, cosmic mind is called Hiranyagarbha, the revealer of the truth. Now, come to the third level. And if you are matching up with the chakras, or matches with Manipur chakra, you with your heart center, M with your Ajna chakra. These are the centers, Kriya Shakti, Ichha Shakti, Jnana Shakti. Now, you are coming up to understand even the mind doesn't have independence, it has a source. And such source is in your unconscious state. You can't really define it. But that unconscious state, that's where you are. And that state is known as prajna. It is that state which is supporting all your experiences through your mind, through your senses, through your intellect, through your ego. All the experiences that come, the support is from your unconscious. That's your causal sheath. Identified within that state. That state again is a wave in the ocean of cosmic causal state. And that being the source of the whole universe, that is called Ishvara, God, who is the creator, sustainer, and dissolver of the entire universe. All your life story is sustained, supported, created from your unconscious. That's where your first seeds, the causal seeds, come. So if you are unconscious, individualized, you are prajna. But using the same logic, you are a wave of Ishvara. Ishvara, God who controls, sustains everything, is like the ocean. Your causal identity is a wave in that ocean. And then finally, and Om becomes completely not the other A-U-M, just Om. That relates to the transcendental. All the three, even Ishvara aspect, is a limited aspect of Brahman. Brahman being defined through the magical power of Maya. Through Maya, the entire world has been projected. So while in projected world, Brahman is the creator, sustainer and dissolver, when you come to realize this world doesn't exist, is a magic show, your mind goes into the source of that, all this magic. And that source is Brahman. That's called Turiya, the transcendental. So that's what Om Upasana implies. And it is very easily done. Use your tongue. Any time. Use several times in the day to go into the resonating sound of Om. And Hatha Yoga has given many other secondary help. If you are practicing Bhramari Pranayam, Ujjayi Pranayam, that also requires a resonance. Let me try. If you do several times and conclude it with Om, you have given a great help in many ways. This is a resonance therapy. It's a physical effect, psychological effect, and mystical, spiritual. So that's called Om Upasana. So that's what Gita is saying. Om ityekaksharam brahma vyaharan mam anusmaran. Uttering one syllable Om, that denotes Brahman. Thinking of me, that me I have explained how you think of Brahman along with Om. The yogi who departs from the body, you don't wait until you depart, you have that type of understanding. And such a yogi attains the supreme goal. And with this I will conclude. Om. Om. Prayer for the shower of Karunamaya Ras of grace of God over all who are being afflicted by this terrible virus. And I've already introduced you to the antidote of most terrible virus, death. And the simple episode, Om. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushti Vardhanam Urvarukmuva Bandhanan Mrityor Mukshiyama Mritat Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhina Sarve Santu Niramaya Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kashchid Dukha Bhag Bhavet Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat.
Does anyone have a question for Swamiji?
Ram Gurudev, you described prajna as individual causal, and that the Ishvara is a universal cause.
Yes.
Is the prajna same as in the Vedic way, the four Mahavakyas, Prajnana and Brahma?
Yes, it is same. But same means they are same word in different context. They are Prajnanam Brahma. The Prajna refers to pure consciousness. Pure consciousness plays the role plays the best role when you are in dealing with unconscious state of your body. Unconscious state of the body is next to pure consciousness. I'm speaking in an allegorical way because it's not easy to understand what I'm trying to explain to you. What the terminologies are always used, like bhava, bhav pratyaya, pratyaya bhav. Bhav pratyaya, all the projections go on a screen. Now the very source of the projection, when all the details projection begin to diminish, and you have come to the very close, as if the cinema show is fading away. Lot of light has come in screen. Brahman, certain centers give you different mantras have different impact on your body. But every mantra is leading you to the same goal. Matridevo bhava, pitridevo bhava. Mother is giving you the same direction. Father is giving you the same direction. But mantras are different. Matri, Pitri. Just to give you a simple illustration. But when a person becomes distracted by the mantras and how people interpret it, if you repeat this mantra in 6 months or even in 1 month, you will get a special power. You will look at the enemy and enemy will burn up. That power. You have to do a lot of Reem, Rab, Roob. Lot of it. And we are going into that direction. Then that is a completely perverted movement. But you can do same mantras with the right understanding. That you are doing all these mantras ultimately leading to Brahman. So Brahman being the goal, then the upasana becomes ananya bhakti. You never see yourself deviating from your source, no matter which mantra you use. From practical point of view, for your sadhana, you choose one and you go on sticking to it. But if your mantra is inspired by other mantras, you are completely free because other mantras are the same. Your Ram mantra, you were given initiation, and your Ram mantra becomes more inspired when you do Hanuman mantra. Do it. Or other Devi Devatas help you. There's absolutely no contradiction.
Thank you, Gurudev.
Mahadev, did you have a question? Oh, you were just raising. If there are no more questions, then we conclude for tonight and eagerly await Swamiji's lectures on Yoga Vashishta at 7:30 on Tuesday and Wednesday.